Good morning.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So the next one will be Sunday, right?
No, me three. Yeah, we'll be on the plane Saturday night. I can't teach Saturday night because we'll be on the plane at 1 a.m.
So
Elazar, shalom aleichem. How do you feel?
Really.
Elazar, how do you feel?
I feel better. I was supposed to have the procedure tomorrow. I was in the hospital for 10 days. And they finally, I was able to go home because they didn't do anything. So I scheduled for tomorrow, and now my creatinine is too high. So they postponed it now. So I can't have the procedure done. So
What
at least
are you going to have, a stent?
probably. But Nakamura was going to do it. He'll probably do it eventually, but it can't be done tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be next week because Dr. Giff wants me to have it. It's important to have it
Because
you know,
your they're going to wait for your creatinine to come down.
yeah, because of the kidneys. And so because all the tests I had last week would diffuse put a lot of dye in me, and it's very dangerous for the kidneys. So I have to get the dye out. They thought it was down and it went back up today. So I don't know why. I mean, I'm careful, but I guess I didn't drink enough water, but it's supposed to go out. So they're going to wait till next week to see what happens. So at least thank God I'm home now, and I'm taking it easy.
Thank
But
God.
thank God, yeah. So are you in Israel still, right?
Yeah, it's been very, very, very nice program
You're
here.
still Israel?
We're
Oh,
still, I'm
wonderful.
still,
When you
I'm in
come?
Ranana this
Oh,
morning
wow.
by
Uh-huh.
Shoshana. We're coming
Good.
home, God willing, Motzei Shabbos.
You're leaving Monday
Sunday
Shabbos, you
morning.
come.
Yes, so Mario
Uh-huh.
will learn. We'll try to do the Navi Shir
I know.
at 8, and then we'll do the Daf Yomi. Let's do the Daf Yomi at 7:30.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be arriving in the morning, Sunday, a
Yeah.
late time. Well, maybe you can go
Listen,
shluf.
if I have, I'll send you a text if there's an issue. But I think if we do the Daf at 7:30, then we can do the Navi at 8:00.
Okay.
Sunday morning, 7:30?
No, in
Oh,
the
at
evening.
night. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, good. Okay, terrific, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
We're on Chav Zayin 27. Omer Shmuel. Yisa Adam es Duma. Better that a man marries a man that everybody is talking about, that she's like involved in promiscuity and znus, rather than the Ayisa Bas Duma, rather than marry her daughter. Because at least the woman who's fooling around now, Zuba Metipa Kshera, at least she's not a mamzeres. The Zuba Metipa Psula. The daughter comes, if this woman's fooling around, then the daughter might be a mamzeres. So halachically, it's better to marry the mother. But Rabbi
Wow.
Yochanan Yisa Adam Bas Duma, La Yisa Duma. He says the opposite. Better to marry the daughter than the mother. Shazua Medes Becheskas Kashrus. The daughter hasn't done anything yet. So she's bechazaka that she's kosher. Zueno Medes Becheskas Kashrus. Meisve. No say Adam Duma. Brings a paraisa that says you should marry the mother. What it means, lechatchila, you should marry her. Ela im nasa means it's b'diavad. So tninami bas duma. Can't really prove from that paraisa. Behilchas yisa adam bas duma, vayisa duma. Halacha is you should marry the bas duma because she's becheskas kashrus. Now, this is an important halacha. The Tani Rav Tachlifa Bar Marava Kamin Ravu Isha Mizana, but not sharing. Even if an Isha is known as someone who's promiscuous, we're talking about a married woman. Her children are still kosher because Rov Be'ilos Achar Abal, the majority of the relations she's going to have is still with the husband. So with the husband, the child is not a mamzer. This principle, I want to read in halacha. Eishes ish, sheyatzala kol shehi bezana. You have a married woman. There's a rumor that she's an adulteress. V'akol meranim achra. Everybody's talking about her. Ein chosheshin levanei Hashem mamzerim. We don't worry that the children are mamzerim. Aval lo atzma chosheshin mishum zona. The kohen chosh lemidin Torah. A Kohen is not going to marry her because we're choishish that she might be halachic zona. Even a Yisrael should not marry her. That's based on the halacha we learned today. It looks ugly. Kosof harama, she'af b'mikre zeh, he nemenes lomer abanei shem ksherim. But she can say that her children are kosher. Because of this principle of Rav Be'ilos Achar Abal. Hi, Harold.
Hi.
We're on Chaf Zayin. Boy Rav Amram. Isa Prutza B'yoser Mahu. What if she was really promiscuous? So So there's a debate. When does a woman get pregnant? Does she, if according to the opinion that she only gets pregnant around the time when she is about to become a nida. Lo taboylach, the lo yodaba, lo minterlo. A husband, if he knows for sure when relations with his wife is going to lead to a pregnancy, he's going to be careful to watch her on those days, that she doesn't go around sleeping with somebody else. And in this case, he doesn't know exactly when the conception is going to occur. So in that case, if she was a prutza b'yoser, if she was very promiscuous, you'd have to worry about the children in terms of their mamzeres. But kiti if there is a mandamar that says a woman gets pregnant the day she comes back from the mikveh, that makes sense medically too, because usually that's about the time that they ovulate. Even the yadaba, since the husband knows exactly when that's going to be noitra mitarla. He guards her on that day so that she wouldn't fool around with somebody else and create mamzeris. But since this is a very promiscuous woman, so it's impossible to watch her because she's going to find some way of sleeping around. So the answer is teku. Ish. It says ish ki tiste ishto, double language ish. Matam ish ish. The rabbis eishes cheresh, the eishes shoyt, the eishes shem. We said it includes wives of deaf mutes, Michiganas, or Shahalach Balam Dina Sayam, or if he's in China, he's in prison. If Beis Din sees that this woman is running around and being promiscuous, they can warn her and start the process of sota, and if she then sequesters, they passel her from getting her ksuba. Yachol Aflash Koison, can the Rosh Beis Din take her to the base of Hades to make her drink the waters? No. Ish as ishto. The husband has to bring his wife. Rav Yossi Omer, no, Aflash Koison. The Beis Din can do it. When? That when he comes out of prison, he can take her up based on the kinui of the Beis Din. The ones who argue with Rabbi Yossi say the same person who warns her has to bring her. So since Beis Din warned her, then there's no drinking. Rabbi Yossi suffered the same entity that warned her doesn't have to make her drink or bring her up. Beis Din warned her, but the husband can bring her up. Asher tista isha tachas isha. So combine it compares the wife to the husband. Lahakish ish isha isha ish. What are they being compared? Amrav Sheshes. Kishem she'im husuma laya mashke. If the husband was blind, so that was an exemption to the sota process. T'chsiv v'ne'ela meinei isha, that the woman is being promiscuous and the husband's not seeing, implying that if he cannot see, then there was nothing to hide from him. So kachi. So the isha is like the ish. Was also an exemption to drinking the sota waters if she was blind. Ravashi Omar, if she was lame or an amputee, I'm sorry, she didn't have hands. Because it says that the Kohen has to place the mincha on her palms. And since she doesn't have palms, there's no sota drinking, kachu. It vice versa applies to the husband. Im hayichiger o gidem. If he was missing his hands or he couldn't stand, layamashke. Marbravashi amak shem she lemes leisa shoisa. If the wife was mute, she couldn't drink. Why? Tichsiv the amraha isha amen amen. In the sota process, she has to say amen. She can't say it. She can't be makayim the mitzvah of sota. Kachu imay ilem loya mashke. If he was mute, he also, that would be an exemption to the drinking of the sota waters. Hadal lacharusa, hadal lacharusa, hadal lacharusa. New parak, Tav Zayin, Perak Chamishi. So just when we thought that the husbands were safe in this process, it's not so. The waters would also affect the adulterer, the man who had relations with the Eshesish. Shemar uvo twice. Uvo uvo hamayim hama'arim. If the husband warned his wife to stay away from Chaim Yankel, and the Eidim eventually see the wife and Chaim Yankel go into a room alone. So at that point, unless she drinks the Sotah waters and comes out clean, she cannot live with her husband. She also cannot live with the adulterer. She can't. No rabbi will give them chuppah v'kiddushin. It's a law. Shenamar nitma v'nitma divrei Rabbi Akiva. Kines ishto v'hi nitma says the same thing. Asher tistei isha tachas isha v'nitma. Echad labal v'echad laboel. The prohibition extends not just to her husband, but to the claimed adulterer. Bo bayom. Now, whenever it says in Shas Bo bayom, there was a famous coup that Rabbi Gamliel had treated Rabbi Yoshua in a certain way. So they got rid of Rabbi Gamliel and they appointed Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah, even though he was young. That's why we say in the Haggadah, Harei Anika ben Shivim Shana, that overnight he grew a beard so that he would look appropriate to be the Rosh HaSanhedrin. Now, on that day, a lot of different things happened. Bo bayom dorish Rabbi Akiva. Uchli cheres asher yipol mehem el tocho. If you have a sheretz in a kli cheres, kol asher b'tocho yitma. Everything that's in that kli becomes tamei. But it doesn't say the word Eina Omer Tamei El Yitma L'Tamei Acherim. The food or whatever item is in there has the ability to mimetame other things. Li made al kikar sheni shemitame sashlishi. So if there was a loaf of bread in the kli and a sheretz fell in to the kli that didn't touch the bread, but it's just in the kli with the bread. So the kli, the sheretz, is an avatuma. The kli becomes a rishon latuma. The bread becomes a sheni latuma. And Rabbi Akiva says that the bread has the ability to metame another food item that it touches as a shlishi. I'm Rabbi Yeshua. Mi yigale ofer meinecha Rav Yochanan ben Zakkai. We need Rav Yochanan ben Zakkai to come back and to see, because Rav Yochanan ben Zakkai had passed away. Shayita Omer Osidor Acher L'tar Kikar Shlishi. A future generation is going to come to say that you can't extend Tumah to a Shlishi level for regular food. There is no shlishi except truma, and kodshim can go to a revi, but a kikar sheni cannot make regular food a shlishi. There is no direct pasuk in the Torah to say that an item that was touched by a sheni will become a shlishi. Yet your Talmud, Rabbi Akiva, is going to bring a pasuk in the Torah that it is tamei. Let's continue the Mishnah. Boba Yom Dorosh Rabbi Akiva. Umadoisem, they were given a command to create cities of Levim. Hebron was a Levite city. You measure outside of the city as kedma alpayim bama, zeyalehem migrashei arim. 2,000 amas opening area around the city. Now, there's another pasuk, umikra acher omar, mikira irvachutza elef amasabi. It seems to imply not 2,000 amas, but 1,000 amas. How can you read elef amma? It already says 2,000. Elef amma migrash. That there was a din that they needed 1,000 amas free and clear around every city. That was, I think, for military reasons, so they could see enemies coming. And the Alpayim on Matchum Shabbos that teaches us the din that you can't go on Shabbos more than 2,000 amas. So there's a proof from the Psukim regarding Tchum Shabbos. See that's the trend here. We're looking for certain proofs to dinim that we thought were midrabanan, but have a source from the Torah. Eliezer ben Oshel, basically, Elef Amma Migrash, Alpayim Amma Sotah Daf. He argues, he says they're both referencing how to plan architecturally the Levite city, that the first 1,000 amas around the city is empty space. And then you had another 2,000 amas fields and vineyards. Boba Yom Darsh Rabbi Kiva. Oz Yosher Moshe Bnei Yisrael Ashir Azos Lashem Vayimru Leimor. What is this Vayomru Leimor? It already says Vayomru. She'ain Tamad Omer Leimor. Ma Tamad Omer Leimor. Melamed Shahayu Yisrael Oinim Shira Akrav Shel Moshe Al Kol Davar Davar Kekorin Sahala. Just like in Hala we say Hodu Lashem Kitov K'lam Chazdo Chazim, and then the people say Hodu Lashem Kitov K'lam Chazdo. The Shira was sung in the same way. It means Ashir Lashem Ki Go'ah, and they repeated it. Ashir Lashem Ki Go'ah. Lekach Nemar Leimor. That's why it said Vayomru Leimor. Doubled. Moshe said, and the people repeated. Meaning, they didn't do it that way. Just like Moshe Rabbeinu would read the first pasuk, he would open up by saying Shema Yisrael, and then they read the rest of it. The Gemara will explain. Boba Yom Darsh Rabbi Yeshua ben Horkinas. Lo avad Iyuv es HaKadosh Baruch Hu ela me'ava. Iyuv worshipped HaKadosh Baruch Hu from love. Shenemar hein ikteleni lo ayachil. Even if my troubles are killing me, I will still daven to him. We don't know whether it means lo ayachil lamet vav, like to him I'm will daven. Lo ani mitzape or ani mitzape. Because it could say lo, lamed aleph, no, I won't daven. Amud loymar ad egva lo asir tamusi mimenu. Until I die, I will not lose my tamus, that I'm a tam, like ish tam. Lamed shemei avo also, that he worshipped Hashem me'ava. Amar Yeshua, Mi yigala offer menech Rav Yochanan ben Zakkai. Who will resurrect Rav Yochanan ben Zakkai? Shayisa dorsh kol yamecha. Rav Yochanan Yishud darshan all his life. Shelo avad ivas amakam lameira. It's a higher level to worship Hashem from Ava. But you've only worshipped Meira for fear of having more punishment. It describes him as a Yirei Hashem. But look at your student, Yoshua ben Orkanes, who proved from the different pasuk, "Hein yiktilenu lo ayachel," that Eve worshipped him me'avo. Okay, we'll stop here.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
All
Shabbos.
right.
Again, we're going to learn Sunday night, God willing. Daf Yomi 7:30 and the Navi Shir 8:00.
7:30 is Mincha, though, is every place. That'd be a problem for you because we come. It's
No, no,
Mincha
I'm-
7:30.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So let's do Navi Shir at 8:00 and the
Yeah.
Daf Yomi at 9:00.
9:00. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good Shabbos.
Okay, yeah. Good
Have a
Shabbos.
safe, have a
Good
safe
Shabbos.
trip also.
Safe trip, Ernie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Good Shabbos.
Shabbos, everybody. Yeah.